Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if it's the first time I'm coming across my channel, you're welcome. For my returning subscribers, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the share, thank you for the comments. I'm so grateful, guys. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you my pregnancy journey 2 years ago. So it's going to be like a testimony. Praise the Lord, somebody. Keep watching. Welcome back. So we got married in July 2019. Fast forward to September 2019. I wasn't feeling too well. You know how you feel one kind way that you cannot even explain how you are feeling, tired, dizziness and all. So I just thought it was because of the whole wedding stress, having to go to Eco Market Monday to Friday, sometimes having to deal with some versatile things. So I thought it was just because of the whole stress, the wedding stress. Then I think second week in September, still feeling tired, still feeling weak. So I just thought to myself, see, then I just gonna run some tests. I want to go to the pharmacy to get the PT strip, and at the end of the day got to know that it's not PT, it's malaria. I have to go and run the test again. I was like, let me just go to the lab and run the whole test, run malaria test, typhoid test, and then PT test. So it was on Tuesday. I went to the lab, met a lady there. So I told her I want to run some tests, malaria test, pregnancy test, and typhoid test. So she was like, okay. She told me the price. I gave her the money. Then she was like, I should go home and come back for the result. So I went home. I came back for the result. And immediately I entered, she gave this funny smile, like, I'm like, what is wrong with her? Why is she smiling? She said, congratulations, ma, congratulations. Like, definitely, when you hear congratulations and you do PT test, you should know you are pregnant. So she said congratulations. I'm like, thank you. I didn't want to shout there now. Then I had to comport myself. Typhoid. There was typhoid, and there was 1+ malaria. That day I was so happy. I was really happy. So I got home. I called my husband, and he was like, how was the test? I told him that fine. I told him I had typhoid and malaria. So he said, yeah, sorry, it's okay, I'm coming home, that we'll go to see the doctor the next day. So he came back home, and I was still pretending like, I'm feeling sick, I'm feeling my tummy, my head, my body. I was just feeling myself. I brought out the results. I gave it to him. He was like, he doesn't understand. And I told him that ECG is blah 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 blah. Like, so we were both happy. I wish I recorded that part. We were thankful to God. We prayed. It was Thanksgiving night. Like, we were really happy. I went to the doctor the next day. Then the doctor was like, congratulations. So she prescribed some drugs for me for the malaria and the typhoid. And the thing is, she didn't tell me when to come and start my antenatal. So I was like, and she didn't tell me how many weeks to come and start. So I called. I think I got home. Then I remembered I had to call the hospital line. Then they referred me so they directed my call to the doctor that I saw. Then she was like, okay, that I should just count 12 weeks. Was it 12 weeks? I should count 12 weeks from the day I saw my last period. I said, okay. So I did that. Then I have a friend as a doctor. So I called her to tell her that okay, that this, blah 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 blah. So she was like, okay, that she was like, they let me advise that we'll just advise to go use a government hospital and probably a teaching hospital or a government-owned hospital that they will probably have more facilities, they will have more ends, they will have more experienced people that should just try to use. If I can, I should. I said, okay, no problem. So I told my husband about it. Then we called a few friends there in Abuja. Then most of them actually recommended the one I finally used. During my first trimester, like the first 12 weeks, I didn't throw up. There was no morning sickness. I was fine all through my first trimester. Then I went to register for antenatal. Then my first appointment, the nurse told me like my waist is small and my height is not. I'm like, see this one, I used to think I'm tall. Please don't even talk about my height. My waist, I know. My weight, I know, but my eyes, I'm tall, please. So She was just laughing that okay. So and there's a way they do it there. Like you have like 4 or 5 doctors attending to antenatal patients. So the doctor that has my folder called me when it was my turn. I was like, okay, that is my first time. Blah, blah, blah. Any ask me necessary questions. Then he checked my tummy and he asked me when was my last period. So he calculated it himself and he was like, am I sure of the date? And I'm like, yes now. So he said, and because the size of the baby is bigger than the weeks I mentioned that we calculated. So I'm like, I don't know. So it was like, okay, I should go and run a scan. Then he wrote urgent on the scan. I'm like, urgent, okay, first appointment, urgent. What happened? So I went to meet the sonographer. I went downstairs, did the necessary thing. Then the guy was like, I should take the result back to him. Then I went back to the place. They were already, they were no longer there. You know how it is in government hospital. You have to wait, queue like this. You wait. So before I came back, they already finished the whole antenatal appointment for that day. So they had to take my file to the gynae doctors available that day. What I saw was like, and from the result, there's nothing wrong. I'm fine. That baby is fine. That the size is okay. Blah 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 blah. That I can go. I was seriously tired that day. Like since 7, I left there around 4:30. Like 4:30, I got home around to 6. Like 5:30 to 6. I was really tired. Then started that second trimester started. Then there was still no morning sickness. I wasn't feeling anyhow. The only thing that could tell that I was pregnant was my protruding tummy. Then my cheeks were big, like, and I had weight. I was fleshy, had body, and still they were still telling me that my weight is too small. So another thing I did during my second trimester, like throughout my pregnancy period, was I was reading books, or not just pregnancy books. I was reading from my own mind. You know, there's a way our mind work. When you probably think about some things too much, you start seeing you feeling that way. So I remember how that period, I saw a message on like someone's status, or was it on Facebook? I saw a message that a pregnant woman died with her child and everything. So that day I was so scared. That particular day I was so I didn't, and that was when I said to myself that throughout this period though, I wasn't going to log into Facebook again. I didn't like throughout that period. I wasn't going on Facebook. Even WhatsApp, I pick people's status to open that period because my mental health was key that period. So I wasn't opening any house status. I didn't want to see anything that would make me start feeling somehow. So I was reading books. One of the books I read was Supernatural Childbirth. I was making affirmations, I was meditating, I was praying. I remember saying every time that I want it to be easy, I want it to be perfect, I want a painless delivery, I don't want any complications. I was praying for the doctors that would take my delivery. I prayed for the nurses that would be around. I even prayed for the cleaners. Like I was that precise. Doing anything then. So to keep myself busy, I was writing letter to my unborn child. Like I had a book. I'm going to share some of the letters I wrote with you, like somewhere. I was writing letters to my unborn child. I was writing a lot of things to my child. Then during that period, I told my husband that, I think this is the best time to actually go and learn something, because no lab now or an organization that will probably employ a pregnant woman. So I just told him that let me just start my tailoring training. So I started. He would drop me, then whenever he's going back home, he's going to pick me up. So we're doing it every Friday. I don't go there. I don't go on Fridays. I just probably go for antenatal or stay at home and rest. And some days I go there to sleep. Like I'll just go there and sleep. My tutor will be like, don't worry, just be fine. You're fine. Are you okay? Have you eaten? Do you want anything? She was so nice. There was another time also that I went for antenatal appointment. Then it was the consultant that actually, then my file was with the consultant. Then the consultant was on seat, so my file was with her. So she was like, my weight is small, blah blah blah, that God will give me the grace. I'm like, so I was not trying to wonder what's up with this weight. And I was eating So she told me that okay, I should lie down, let her check me. So I did, and she was like that the baby's heartbeat is not regular, like it's irregular. Then she wrote urgent on my file. I need to go and do, I forgot it, but it's not scanned. I went there to do that. Then they gave me the results back to her, and she said okay, everything is fine, there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with the baby, we are fine, we can go. So we went home. Then every other time it was easy, go, come back. But the truth is we always come back late. If you like go very early, you will definitely come back late. That one is, it's only if you probably pay the nurses to help you pick number. Some of them you see you'll be there by 7 o'clock, or even sometimes 6:30. You see somebody that's just coming by 9 o'clock, you have number 3, and you that you've been there since 7, you have number 25. You'll be like, how come? It was later I got to know that they used to pay the nurses, you have to pay them, they will pick number for you. But me, I didn't, and I wasn't ready to pay anybody. So one of my appointments also, I told the doctor there that I would like to know the sex of my baby, and he said that they don't do that. They don't do that here. That but I can actually go out and do it. That but he cannot give me a form to tell me to go and do it, but I can do it. So my husband was like, "There's no need to do it. It's a girl. You're having a girl already." I said, "How are you so sure?" So I want to buy things. So he was like, "Go and buy. Go and buy female things. Buy gown. Buy skirts. Buy pink. Buy orange. Buy female." I said, I will not. Please, let's go and run the scan. So we went for the scan. Then this sonographer was like, that the baby didn't position in a way to see if it's a girl or a boy. But most likely, because it's girls, they like to cover. So it's going to be a girl. I'm like, what kind of result is this? Or it's going to be just. My mom was like, I told you, just go and start buying. So I actually bought random color boy and a girl can wear. Another funny thing again is that period, I told my husband that, see, I don't want to know. See, my child can pick my face. He or she can pick my face, my fingers, my eyes, my nose. But I don't want my child to pick my hair. Let my child just pick your hair. And I told my husband, yeah, let's pray to God that my child should pick your hair. Funny, my husband even prayed with me. He was like, God, oh, please, let my baby pick my hair. I was like, God, let my baby pick my husband's hair, because my I don't really have hair, and he has hair. God, please. COVID-19 came, like, then there was now lockdown. Because of the lockdown, I wasn't able to do photo shoot. You know how you will see fair photo shoot now on Instagram. So, but I had to just do something at home. My husband was my photographer. We used our phone then to snap the picture. So during the lockdown, I was always going every week. So this particular day, I went to my husband. The doctor was like, my baby is old. By now she should have been out. Like, the baby is already old there. That's to avoid something. I should come on Sunday so they can induce me. Blah 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 blah. So I was like, what if I don't want to come on Sunday? What if I don't want to be induced? Then he was like, no, that is not advisable. That the baby is already old. That I should just come, let them induce me and get the whole thing done. So he wrote it on my file, then he signed. So I got outside. My husband was even looking at me, what is wrong? But I wasn't smiling. Like, I told him that they told me to come on Friday, or that if they want to induce me, the baby's already. So I was like, why? How would they want to induce you? What if the baby let the baby enjoy the womb now? Blah blah blah. I said, let's just go on Friday and let's go on Sunday. Let's get this done. So I got home and I started to check the internet for people that has been induced, what to expect, what to do, So I saw that you can use pineapple to induce labor. You can use Donald Trudeau, so you can use castor oil to induce labor. That was, I told my husband, yeah, let's go and buy pineapple, please. Let's go. It's better this thing come naturally for them to now give me. I now saw different people's stories that there's this injection they give them. The injection is very painful. It's very bad. They said horrible thing about induction. Then I saw YouTube videos too of people that they induced, how they were crying, how the whole pain was. So I said, God, I don't want to pass through this pain. So I was like, okay, let's try the pineapple then. So we went out to buy the pineapple, we bought the castor oil. Then I got back home and I said, wait, let me even read about castor oil. Then I saw that the reviews I saw on castor oil wasn't something nice, so I'll never advise. So fine, I'm aware of people that use castor oil and actually induce their labor, but like people's review on it wasn't really nice. Just like the castor oil, took pineapple. I wasn't even able to eat pineapple where I ate small slice and I was fine. I remembered going inside my room to pray to God, like I was crying, like God, please, I don't want to be induced, though. I don't want this pain. I don't want this pain. Blah, 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 blah. Then my husband was like, why are you like this? Why? Calm down. There's still like Sunday is still foul. Like Sunday is just Friday. I'm like, which Sunday is Friday? This is Friday. There's this Friday night. This Saturday is just tomorrow. There's Sunday. I was like, calm down. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Even if I thought that you'll be fine. God is in control. Blah, blah, blah. He said, okay, no problem. Then Saturday was our home sale, like home fellowship. Then I went for that. The women, they were like, that mommy, baby, see your tummy is already coming down. You're going to give it very soon. I'm like, amen. No. So I remember saying a prayer then that, like, not like a prayer, like I was like, God, I don't know I'm going to do it though, but I don't want to be induced tomorrow. And that was all. I didn't put pressure. I said, I don't know I'm going to do it, but I don't want to be induced tomorrow. Then we came back home. Remember, I was expecting to even start feeling the way people say that you'll be feeling contraction. I wasn't feeling that way. I'm like, what is this? Then I slept. You will sleep and you start having different kind of dreams that you can never know. I didn't even understand the dream. So Sunday still on lockdown, so you have to stream online for service. It was anointing service that day. I partook of the anointing oil. And 4 o'clock we left the house. The doctor told us to go and myself and my husband to go and get things they're going to use for the whole thing. So they told us to run a scan too. So went to the scan. Funny enough, I wasn't the one that even asked my husband that. We even asking the guy that what is the sex of the baby, and the guy was like, are you guys funny that you'll be induced anytime from now, and like in some hours you see your child that they don't need to know any sex again. So I'm like, that's so don't worry. They went back upstairs. They went to the doctor. He said they are inducing one lady, that when they are done with her, they will call me. So I went back outside to meet my husband. I took pictures. I was feeling myself like, see this fine pregnancy woman. So then they came to call me that, okay, Mrs. Adewara, you are called. So I went inside. They gave me a robe to change to, so I had to remove my dress. There were 2 medical students there. Then one of them was like, should I do it? The other was like, let me do it. I'm like, are you guys using me to do practice or what? One of them was finally said, okay, let me do it. The other girl was about doing it. The other one said, no, let her do it. Let her just do it. So she took it then. She said, wait, it was like she told us, as the other person beside her, like she's already dilated, happy. Like that is people saying everything is alright. Then one of them was like, madam, please let's call the matron, let's call the chief matron or something. I said no problem. Then I wore my robe well. Then they called the woman came in. Hi, the woman was so nice. Like, okay, let her check me. Then she did it. She put her finger. She said, I'm 2 cm dilated. Then she said, am I not feeling any pain? I'm like, no ma. She said, is this your first child? I said, yes ma. She was like, wow, you're not feeling any pain? I said, no ma. She said, okay, that you're in labor, just go inside. Then she took me to the labor room. Like, I told one of the medical students there, just go and tell my husband that they said I'm already in labor. So you should start calling people that you want to call, like, oh, my daddy, definitely. So they moved me. So I moved to the neighbor room. I told them I want to use myself. So I went to the toilet to use myself. I came back. The nurse came back here to check me. She said I'm already 4 cm dilated. I think after 5 minutes she came back again. She said I'm 6. She was like, madam, this thing is very fast. So you said you've not given birth before. I said, no ma. This is your first child. Or have you lost? I said, no, this is my first child. She was like, wow. And you're not feeling any pain? I said, no ma. She said, wow. Everybody in that room was like, wow. That period I was singing on that bed. I remember I was singing, Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love. Oh. One male doctor came in and was like, this woman also in labor that thought they want to induce her. Then they narrated the story, blah, blah, blah. He took my file. I was like, you've not given birth before and you're not feeling any pain till now. So yeah, then told him, can I have a glove? Then he collected the glove and checked again. He said, that I'm already 8 cm dilated. That means by now I should know, I should be feeling the heat. I said, sir, but I'm not feeling any pain. And I wasn't feeling any pain. Like, it's not as if I was actually holding the pain. I wasn't feeling anything. I wasn't. Then the doctor was like, okay, that the water is not broken yet. That they have to break the water so that they can actually, then the baby can actually know that it's time to try to explain some medical terms. So the nurse came and said, okay, he's going to do that. Then checked, said, okay, I'm fully dilated, but they have to break the water. So she did. Maybe she did. So as if they poured the pain. As if they poured all the pain on my head. I was feeling the pain. I was dehydrated. So I told the nurse, no, I told one of the senior doctor with me that, please, can I get water? And she was like, you can't drink water. I'm like, why can't I drink water? I'm dehydrated. I could feel that there was nothing in my throat. I'm like, I'm dehydrated. She was like, no, you can't drink water. I'm like, why can't I drink water? Then I saw one of them. I said, please, nurse, please, I want water. And she said, okay, do you have water in your bag? I said, no, but just ask my husband for water. Definitely, you will find a way to provide water. Then it was around, I think it was around past 11. It was around past 11. Before, okay, they called me in for the, when they called me in to be induced was around, that was around 9, thereabouts. Like, it was around 9, they called me in to be induced. So around 11, I said, see, I really want to drink water, please. Then the nurse went out to meet my husband for water. So she came back with water, a bottle of water. So I drank the water. I'm like, how will you tell me that I don't know if probably it's true, or maybe she didn't just want to go and look for water for me. I didn't know. So I drank the water. Then I was not feeling the pain. I was serious that the pain was actually more. But during that my dilating process, there was no pain. Then after I think it was around past to 12, I want to use myself. Then I want to pull. She now said that I know that baby is already coming out. Then she came to check and said that she can see the air that okay, she just push. I'm like, I don't know how to push. I've not done it before. So she was not laughing at her. So she was when I went to pushing school, I making joke out of it. So I said okay. So she told me how to do it. So I did it first time. She was like, okay, that I should try it again. Then the second time, the baby came out. Immediately the baby came out. So what sex? And I said, girl. She was like, oh, congratulations. She's so fine. But yeah, no. Guess where my eyes went to? Her hair. Look at I went to look as my eyes went to her hair. And I saw the hair was now very, when you have slippery hair. But it was long. It was long, but it was now very, I don't know how to say it. It was just very flat, but but the strands were long. You know when you have long strands, okay, like something like my hair like this, but it was now very flat and so I was so happy. The nurse was like, okay, that another we have to bring out the placenta, blah 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 blah. So they did her weight. She was 3.7 kg. The nurse was like, so I had tear, so they had to do some stitching. That was where the pain was actually, because I was really feeling it. I felt the pain. It was so painful. Then the nurse was like, the baby has 6 finger like that. I'm like, I have 2. She was like, oh, okay, no problem. So I told them to do necessary things. And that thing I forgot was I didn't tell them to do dimple for my baby. So after later, I was saying I was going to put dimple for my baby, but I forgot. So we're there. They moved us to the ward. We're there throughout Monday. Then I left on Tuesday afternoon, lockdown period too. So we had to just find a way ourselves. Left the hospital, we came back home. I was so happy. Like everything now changed. Like my life changed, my sleeping habits, my eating. Then you have to eat though. Then you are breastfeeding. Eat this one, drink pap, eat amala. Oh, you've not eaten today. What have you eaten? Someone will call me. Have you eaten? Eat amala. Take eba. Different people. Take watermelon. I said, how many do I want to eat? I don't really like eating food like that. So my eating habits had to change. My sleeping habits. I will wake up at night. She's not sleeping. I found enough Nathania when we give it to her. She doesn't used to cry. It's now cry. She was supposed to cry when she was small, when she was little. That's what she's not crying now. Because any little thing now, Nathania will just start crying. That is how the old journey was for me. So the truth is 90% of what I asked God for was, if not even 100%, because the only time I felt that I felt the pain was maybe within 1 hour. Was within 1 hour. I'm so happy that it was like that for me, and I'm super grateful. I'm grateful to God. And another thing again that pregnancy journey taught me is that there's power in your tongue, there's power in your thoughts, there's power in your action. Like then I was exercising, or I used to do exercise. I remember I would dance some evenings. I would walk like staircase, climb and go, climb and go. I was always walking, like exercise my body because I want a painless delivery. There's also a part for me to play. So guys, we've come to the end of today's video. If you find this video interesting, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumb up. Don't forget to comment down below. And if you are new here, you've not subscribed, kindly do that, and remember to turn on the notification bell. When I drop a new video, you'll be notified. So I'll come your way next time, guys. Bye.